Holy cannolis! Can somebody please just check in with RFK? Is he okay? I don't know. RFK on autism. I think it's time I kind of like spoke about this and addressed it, right? Okay, I know you're all thinking, what the RFK talking about autism about? Like, Robert Kennedy Jr. is on this kind of like dog, with a bone, trying to figure out health concerns in America, which is a great thing. Somebody looking after American health, other than big pharma or somebody who's trying to make money off you, is a good thing, right? And I understand that, but I also understand that the industry needs to make money to survive. I understand that too. But RFK talking about autism specifically, it gets crazier and crazier. So I'm going to try and be politically kind of like neutral here. I don't want to talk about my political beliefs or anything like that. Robert Kennedy, before he was even in office, some of the things he did was kind of interesting. He was kind of like, hey, eat healthy and work out and, drink water, that kind of stuff. Cool. Love that. Since getting in a position of influence, oh my goodness, the guy has just gone crazy. Now, a friend of mine, Dr. Mike, did this video talking about RFK and vaccines and autism. And Mike was talking about the research and the studies that how like vaccines don't cause autism, on which I agree. Vaccines do not cause autism. And then RFK comes out and he's, I was looking at the news today, and it's kind of like RFK, the cause of autism could be revealed by RFK Jr. this month, right? This is what he's going to say. And he said that, because he's a health secretary of America, right? He thinks that Tylenol usage during pregnancy can cause autism, which is absolutely, that's crazy. Not only is it crazy, it makes no sense. Why doesn't it make no sense? And the simple reason, Tylenol is an American painkiller, right? Or an American kind of anti-inflammatory drug. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. It's some kind of painkiller, right? We don't even have Tylenol in the UK. It's almost specific for North America because it's a North American brand. We don't have it here. We just have like other brands and other medicines. The fact that he says about this, Tylenol is a brand make, not a drug, right? So it's not the actual name of the drug, it's the name of the brand. Is he saying Tylenol, the brand? What is this war on Tylenol? There was that thing in the Netflix documentary, like the Tylenol murders or whatever it was called. I don't know. But did the guys... It makes no sense. Look, I did a funny meme on my Instagram account the other day that got like viral share. I'll put a picture here. Look, the reason autism occurs is because autistic individuals procreate. And when they procreate, when two autistic individuals procreate, they increase the chances of the offspring having autism, right? Autism is a genetic disposition that happens through genes, and it's just something that's just different in the gene cycle. Why is it becoming more intense? Well, like anything else, it becomes more concentrated. Why have certain things like pass through genes? Because it becomes more concentrated. When you have more autistic individuals having access to more things, then they're able to kind of become more independent, more self-sufficient, go out on dates, have babies, and then you can have more autistic kids. The epidemic, like he talked about the epidemic of autism. Now, there isn't an epidemic of autism. What we have is an epidemic of understanding it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. RFK is trying to fix a problem that doesn't need fixing. One of the biggest problems probably is the fact that, to buy Tylenol, for instance, in America, it's like $150 for like, if you were in the healthcare system, it's like $150 per like prescription or something, right? For Tylenol, we can get over the counter for like, I don't know, $6 to $7. So there's other issues in American health that need fixing, right? But he's going after this autism thing, like it's so interesting. Or why doesn't he open up, the discussion on, anybody who has autism should be allowed therapy and access to, ADHD medication without kind of like jumping through a billion hoops, or autism assessments should be free at the point of use, even if you have insurance or not. Things like that are better and bigger issues. Right now, look, I'm not here to debate American politics or American healthcare politics, but it is the only developed nation in the world that doesn't have universal healthcare, which is a bit weird, right? So he's going into a system that's already up for judgment and trying to fix something that doesn't even need fixing. Nobody's saying, hey, stop trying to fix autism. yes, autistic individuals who are level 3, have it more difficult, right? I'm not saying that like it isn't a difficulty having a non-verbal child for the parents, or it isn't a difficulty being a non-verbal, human being on the autism spectrum. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, yes, those difficulties are real and those struggles are real, but it would help if we could support them rather than like trying to find like the cause when we already know that the cause is just simply autistic individual meets autistic individual. They have babies and those babies potentially become more autistic. So I don't know where this is going to go. And so what? If RFK says, okay, don't take Tylenol during pregnancy because you might up your chances of, having an autistic kid. Okay, so what? How much billions of dollars do we spend on this, right? Crazy. But it is what it is. I think RFK, I don't know if people will lead him up the garden path to make him look crazy. If he actually is crazy, I haven't got a clue. Again, I'm not an American citizen. I don't know too much about American politics. And it just seems that I needed to address it because, like, he just seems crazy, right? And I don't think he's crazy. I don't like the guy in all other facets that I've ever seen him in. And bear in mind, like, this is very limited. Like, I've seen him on TV and I've seen him in random things. Or maybe he's written a book. He seemed okay. He seemed level-headed. He didn't seem crazy. But it's like all of a sudden he's just gone loopy. What the hell's going on? Anyway, let us know your comments on it. Please pop it in the comment down below. Sorry, this was like raw, ready, unedited, just as it is. But I needed to address it because, like, holy smokes. Is he okay? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, guys, if you're interested, I have a free training on how to build an autistic bulletproof brain for autistic adults. If you want to increase confidence, lower anxiety, lower fear, and really be the awesome person, unleash that autistic lion inside yourself, go to www.bulletproofbrain.org, or it's linked down below and in the card here. You can get your hands on it completely for free. And it will be updated as well. So if you get access to the free training, those free training pieces will be updated forever. So, all right, go there now, check it out. But holy cannolis, can somebody please just check in with RFK?